Hey, welcome to Pat's Soundbytes IGTV. Keeping new music alive is what I do on the radio and now on video. Conducting live chats with the artists and learning the story behind their latest release and also playing their new video. Special thanks to my good friend Jody, Best of Best Bet Promotions, for coordinating and scheduling today's artist. Having over 20 plus years in the music industry, if you're looking for a highly successful promotion and marketing professional who's extremely motivated, look no further than Jody Best. For more information, contact Jody via email at bestbedpromo@yahoo.com. Special thanks today to my sponsor, Go-Go Tuners, for all guitar players looking for a focus on ease of use, readability, durability, and accuracy. Look no further. The Go-Go Tuner is the choice of many touring professionals and a favorite of casual players. Go-Go's signature green you're in and red you're out screen makes tuning quick and easy. For more information, go to the website at gogotuners.com. Special thanks to WBXO Classic Rock Radio Redefine, allowing me to keep new music alive on the radio airways on the Pat Show every Sunday from 5 to 8 Eastern Standard Time. Only on WBXO Classic Rock Redefined. And a big thank you to Mr. Evan Balzer for allowing me to use his amazing instrumental that you're hearing right now. It's called Trails. To find out more incredible music by Evan, go to his website at evanbalzer.com. Such an honor today to have rock legend, well, you know all the hits, Lady, Best of Times, Come Sail Away, Mr. Roboto. Yes, I'm talking rock legend Dennis DeYoung. Dennis has an album out called 26 East, volume number 1. He also has a video out, To the Good Old Days. We're going to talk to Dennis about the album. We're going to play the video and much more right here on Pat Soundbytes IGTV. Hey, I'm Pat Soundbytes IGTV. It's the wonderful rock legend, Mr. Dennis DeYoung. How are you, Dennis?
Well, this morning, I wake up, my sweatpants, storm into the bedroom, and demand that I finally wash them.
Oh, no. Come on.
Yes. And my wife said, during this pandemic, 6 foot distancing, even in the house. So, Pat, she said, even when we're having sex, she said it's never been better.
Beautiful. Well, you must love these Zooms because you probably got no pants on right now, right? So it makes it even easier.
I've got a cup on in case the ball takes a bad bomb.
Yeah, boy, do we miss baseball. You and me both, brother. Got his White Sox hat on. I got to see this. I got to see the White Sox and the Cubs in the same week when I was in Chicago a few years back.
Wow. Yeah. Well, you're a baseball fan, and so am I. But what are you going to do? You know, it's like, hey, I don't know. Listen, nobody knows nothing. You know that.
Yeah,
Go
I hear
ahead. You watch them change their minds hourly. Human beings, they have to trick themselves into think they know something. They know nothing. They know nothing. Let's talk about the record because
let's talk about the record. 26 East volume number 1 is officially out last Friday. They're going to be a DOS. We'll talk about that. Thank goodness for your neighbor, Jim Peterick, to say, Dennis, you got to do this. We got to do this. They got the flame started, the man with the purple hair. Somebody said that Barney loved his hair so much that they made Barney purple, but I'll leave that up to you and Peterick. I don't know.
Here's the story. You don't know this.
Okay.
He was born with purple hair, and his mother went, oh, my God. She started dyeing his hair as an infant, and only till just recently did he decide to let it go purple.
I talked to Jim last year. He had the album, what is it, Winds of Change? Well, I think you were even featured in it. Winds of Change World Stage.
There was a song that was supposed to be on this album called Proof of Heaven, Yeah, we started writing together because he insisted that the world needed my music. And I said, Jim, have the world text me, for God's sake, this is ridiculous. The world needs a vaccine, not my music.
Well, we need we definitely need a vaccine, but your phone must have blew up because the world does need Dennis DeYoung music. And must have been doing all these Zooms and all these interviews. Oh my goodness, Dennis. Great album. I love With All Due Respect, you know. It is what it is.
Stop don't move. I'm finishing up the video in the next 48 hours. Wait till you see the video. That's the next release. It's number 20 on Media Base at Rock Albums this week. Number 11. Move from 20 to 11. With all due respect. Kids, if you're watching and listening, whatever you do on this show, who knows? Calamari. Come on. No, not too much garlic on that, by the way. Anyway, so you'll be able to hear it on the YouTube or wherever you get this stuff. But soon a video.
Well, you're talking to the guy that keeps new music alive on the radio, a rarity in New York that can play, has been playing your tracks, and now going to play the video as well while we chat with you. So I'm a rare fish in the sea.
Yeah, you're going to put the video up to The Good Old Days,
right? Which
is duet with me and Julian Lennon. Beautiful song. That's already on YouTube. Go look at 150,000 have already looked at it in a week. So beautiful video. I'm happy to have done it with Julian. It was a collaboration where I wrote this song for him, and we met in New York, and he sang it, and it's beautiful. And it's the video is all home movies of my life and photographs. And there's early pictures of John Panazzo, Chuck Panazzo, and myself, the guys who were the nucleus of Styx, who formed it in 1962. It's if you're a Styx fan, you're going to be particularly interested.
Absolutely. Any feedback from Chuck now that the album is out? Do you keep in touch with Chuck at all?
Yeah, we are. We haven't talked in 20 years. When I emailed him and asked him if I could use his images from the early days, and he said absolutely. He's listen, that's our life. There is no Styx without those three mooks getting into a basement in 1962. That's not happening. And so he has been, heartfelt stuff about the beauty and the strength of the three guys who started it. And so we've been communicating back and forth. It's one of the best parts about this whole thing. Me and my buddy Chuck talking.
Excellent. And they're represented on the artwork, talking about the nucleus, each locomotive representing you, John, and Chuck, pretty much, right? Is that the idea? Like you're on this journey to go ahead.
No. Listen, where it began, so shall it end was my theory behind doing this last record. It started in that basement, me playing the accordion, Chuck guitar, John drums. No Beatles. The Beatles came 2 years later. That's when we decided that looks like a very good job. So then we started to play rock music. And before that, we were just trying to make our parents happy by playing the music of their generation. So when I did this record, I thought, okay, working title, Kingdom Ablaze, which is a song, from the record. And then I thought, no, this is it. Back to that house, back to the three guys, without which no guitar player could have ever joined the band, because we had the gigs. Patty, we had the gigs.
Everybody wanted to be in your band.
Yeah, let's go into this band. They got money. They don't care. Let's make money. This is what we're doing. Having a laugh. Kids are smiling. People are giving us dollar bills. It's all good. So paying tribute to the nucleus. Three locomotives on their way to the stars.
It's got that old original Styx sound, lots of shades of Grand Illusion. I mean, were you thinking of that when you were writing it out with Jim, going, it's got to have that sound? I mean, no ifs, ands, or buts. Got to have that original Styx nucleus sound. Was that what you were shooting for?
I think our first priority was, it was a concept album, and the concept was don't suck. That was it. Let's get great songs on here. How you arrange any song is up to you. Because if you have good yellow cake, the very best as a foundation, you could do a lot of things with yellow cake. Frost it, fruit. You know what I mean? Sprinkles, chocolate, vanilla, anything you want. But boy, you better have the cake. So we concentrated on, got to have the songs. Then you can arrange them. Yeah, well, I think I was in Styx when we did all those albums you just mentioned. I think I was. And of course, I was in the middle of all that as the keyboard player. You know, your keyboard players like prog rock because it allowed them to compete with the show-off guitar players. Let's face it. So, yeah, a lot of that stuff on the early Styx records, Grand Illusion. You listen to the Grand Illusion song, all that stuff. That's the keyboard player in me coming out. And so, yes, the new album has some of that, but it also has what I would consider, it's just me. You know, it's just me. These are the songs and the styles I like. They're on this record. If you like it, I'm happy. If you don't like it, think of the choices you have in music these days. Go listen to something else. I'm 73. If you think I'm going to beg for your approval, I'm not doing it anymore, okay? I'm just going to do this record to the best of my ability. And if you like it, give me all the credit. It was my idea. If you don't like it, it's Jim Peterick's fault.
I like it. East of Midnight, with all due respect, Run for the Roses, to the good old days. Talk to me about the AD.
I'm starting to get horny. Okay,
whoa, hey, whoa.
That's Tracy Morgan. This conversation's making me horny.
Oh, my goodness.
I love that you love it. You know, because look at Pat. Look at me. Can you see me?
I see you good, bro.
Oh, it was going to be any good. You do it. You give everything you got, but you think, is it time for me to, go to Miami Beach, get a drink with a straw, and complain about my blood pressure? I don't know.
Did it meet your? Let me ask this: did you have any goals and expectations? And if so, did it meet? I mean, now that it's out, do you look back and go, "I can't believe the feedback that I'm getting. The hundreds of people watching the YouTube, the playing, and everything." I mean, do you go?
Millions are watching those. No. I thought, listen, the album got up to number 5 on Amazon just a couple days ago. No, of course not. Because 73-year-olds, people are looking for ways to get rid of those people. And here I am having people tell me that they like me. So how fortunate am I? Pretty damn lucky. So, no, I didn't expect it, which is why I didn't want to do it. Because I thought no matter how hard I work, how good it is, nobody gives a flying you know what. So the fact that people have and have said so publicly, guys like you, you're not stupid. I know you. You're smart. You pay attention to music. You still love music, new rock music. And for you to say that.
I hear you, brother. I mean, but talk about a challenge. Here you're going to sit down with Jim. You're going to put this album out, and then Corona. Bang. No live shows. How can I get out there? You have a whole tour. Oh, and by the way, the label's from Italy. I mean, this isn't the best of time for Dennis DeYoung, who wrote this great classic. But on the other side, Dennis, I think it is the best of times, only for the fact that everybody's locked in. It gave us a really good chance to digest it, and people were looking for something to grasp on. So it's got a double-edged sword, but I think it, as much as it's bad as a musician that you're not out there playing yet, I think the timing does help a little bit that we were all locked in to really grasp it.
Here's what I think. My album, in the scheme of life, as we all know right now, is so small potatoes. People are desperately struggling daily, wondering what the hell the future holds for their life, their family, the way they make a living, the simple act of touching loved ones. So I thought when this happened, I didn't get upset, because if somebody else was doing something that I wasn't doing, then you can get, wait a minute, I want that. But nobody could do anything. So consequently, relax, take a breath. We just have to watch and wait, because humans, they don't know nothing, as I've said. So we got to just let it play out. But so my concern for my album, I didn't care. I thought, well, okay, I wish this hadn't happened. But to your point, if there was no pandemic, you're right. People wouldn't have they would have been chasing everything they always chase to get things they don't need. Admit it. Now, when you're looking around, you think, do I need that? Probably not. Okay. I look, do I need to get dressed again? I'll wear the sweatshirt and my sweatpants I'll wear another day, doggone it. So that's what it's allowed us to do, to step back. But here's the biggest thing. Because fans on Facebook asked me to be like all the other needy celebrities and do something from my home, right? Okay, I do best of times. I think on an out-of-tune piano, singing into a iPad. I just spent 2.5 years singing into the best equipment in the world for my album. I sing this iPad, I sing a little best of times. It gets over 1 million views. Now, if you ever needed more proof that I don't know nothing, there it is. There, I do that. 1 million people respond in the most beautiful. Pat, my name is in sentences when people are commenting, right? Dennis, we love blah blah. I think that, why is my name in that sentence? I think, who are they talking about? So the music I know has the greatest ability to comfort people. It did. I'm happy. They're still going. So yes, the pandemic in some strange way. I would have never done that video. Best of times. I'm going to sit at my piano and sing you best of times on my
right
iPad.
during this, right?
Only with a gun to my head would I do that. But under the circumstances, I did it. So in some ways, you're right. It allowed people the breathing room to say, "What is? Remember this MOOC, Dennis DeYoung? Where is this? You know, where's this? What's this guy doing? What is he doing?" Okay, so there you go. So yeah, it is a double-edged sword. I don't want anybody to suffer from this thing. People are gonna. They are. I'll sacrifice any success I've had, and I mean this, for this album, so everyone can get back to normal. For the simple fact that life is hard enough without this thing. No COVID cooties for anyone. We banish you from the kingdom of Middle Earth and the top Earth.
Unbelievable, Dennis. You're absolutely right. You put this great album out, and here we lost 100,000 lives. I mean, it to me, I come from an emergency service background as a former fire chief, and it's mind-boggling. So, but music has a way of comforting that soul, and I certainly missed you. I mean, I'm so happy that you did this. Let's play this video. Got to play this video, Dennis.
What's more about this? But I said this before there was a pandemic, obviously.
So cool.
Come on, Matthew, sit in the front. Can you get us all into it?
Shut that off for a minute. What's the feedback between Susanna and your children now? I mean, this is 1985, maybe, I think you say. I mean, what are they thinking? You're pulling out all these videos and pictures. I mean, that had to be labor intensive as it is.
If you saw my house, still to this day, every room is filled with photographs on tables, on floors, old VHS, it's all, I haven't had the opportunity to gather it all up and put it away. I still have dust in my lungs from going into these archives to find this. This video only happened because Julian Lennon ended up in Europe and I ended up here. We were supposed to do it together. So there you go.
Well, Go ahead, sir.
I talked to my family about all this, and they all said, "Go ahead, Dad. Go ahead, Dennis. You can go ahead and show our life now if you like."
Yeah, I was going to ask you. That was one of the questions. Watching the video numerous times, I said, "Man, it had to be because of the virus. There's no real good pictures of you and Julian in the video, except I think at the end there's a picture of Julian, saying a picture with him and his mom. I want to say."
Yeah, when we did the vocals, when he did his vocals in New York, we just took some selfies when we first met. And by my orders, there was to be no fussing over Beatles or over his dad. I tried to keep all conversations direct just to what we were going to do, and not about some sort of fanboy gushing and So we kept the photographs to selfies. And then he went his way, I went mine, and we haven't been together since. So there can't be those things. And like I said, the video was planned with us to be in it together. But, you know, the cooties came.
And the story behind you, I mean, obviously, folks that know you, you're a big Beatles guy. And to get Julian involved, and then you actually rewrote the song for both of your vocals. Am I correct with that, Dennis?
Close. I started out by writing a Beatles tribute song, and then thought about Julian coming and singing with me. It's a completely different song, like an old Beatlemania kind of song. And then I thought better. I said maybe I should write just a song for him and I to sing. I did. That's this one, To the Good Old Days. This song, the reason this I think works is because I visualized what he and I would be able to do together. And there you go. It's there.
And you never worked with him at all. I mean, did you really know him to reach out? And was this a Peterick thing? Says, hey, why don't you reach out to Julian? Or this is Joel, your idea?
No, I didn't know him. And Peterick didn't know him. I just did a demo and sent it to his business manager, cold. And lo and behold, I didn't think he'd say yes. But look, it's like the girl at the dance in 8th grade. If you don't ask her, she's not going to dance with you. She may tell you no, right? But if you don't ask. So he said yes, he'd be honored to do it. So I was thrilled and surprised at the same time. Because he hasn't done music in 6 years or so. So he came back, he did this. And, you know, I'm glad he did. And I think I know he's glad he did. Because this is a beautiful piece of music, whether you want to, you know, whatever it is. I look at this video and I think, hey, I did what I set out to do here. And there's my buddies. You know, I got there. You know what? Okay. I'm gonna tell this story of this video on my YouTube channel in the next 10 days. I'm gonna analyze the video to let you know what's in this, what it is you're looking at.
I mean, I gotta say, Dennis, every time I watch it, I'm a 58-year-old rock and roll guy and a father of 2 great kids and married for 32 years, and I get goosebumps and my hair stands, and it's a masterpiece, my friend. And then to get into the AD20 at the end that continues, oh my goodness, Dennis.
There he is, Julian. He wrote that nice thing to his mom right there on the left.
Yep.
And that's me singing It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to my parents.
And
there it is. We were here. There. Look at those 3. What a Jesus. What a bunch of jadrules. Anyway, there they are playing 1 Mint Julep off the sheet music. Ray Charles. Trade wins. Yeah.
What was the idea behind the AD20 at the end when you included this?
Well,
I mean, full circle.
Did you get weepy?
Oh, I got weepy. I got goosebumps. I got teary eye. I got here you are with the accordion. I mean, it's like your whole life in full circle, musically, family, everything.
I did 2020 so Pat would get weepy. So I see. Because, you know, this is my life story, but it's your life story. Look at those pictures you lived in. It's about family. It's about behind the grand illusion. The human being who, according to all the YouTube comments, has been put on a pedestal and exalted. You see what I mean? As a musician, that's just that guy, that kid with that accordion. That's Dennis DeYoung. That's all he is, just a kid.
But that kid with the accordion had the talent and the songs that folks like me grew up with in the 70s and the 80s, and we could relate to. I mean, the first time I heard Lady, first Styx show I went to, 1970, what I wrote down, 1978, here in Poughkeepsie, to see you guys. I want to say it was Equinox, and then you guys followed up the next year with the Grand Illusion, and then Paradise came out, which was totally off. I mean, everybody's jaw hit the ground. It was like never seen this before. But the music, as you said before, it's always about the music. The production's great, but the music resonates between rock fans like myself. And I can't
Song.
thank you.
It's all about songs. Those songs touched you. And
Absolutely.
guess what? They still do.
I'm
and
still singing them.
Yeah, me too. Only for dough.
Speaking of singing, is there a plan for volume 2? I mean, in the fall, maybe coming out?
We were just discussing it. 7 songs are written and recorded. I want to put 2 more on. That'll be a total of like 19 songs you got from me as I exit stage left immediately. That's it. I got to do some more work. But really, for me, that's it, Pat. I got nothing more to say. I've said what I need to say to you. I'm so thankful, and so was my family, that so many people gave us this incredible life that we're able to live. That's it. And now, if touring comes back, when and if, of course I'll come out and play some songs and do what I intended to do. Right now, the CDC is my tour manager.
Absolutely. I get that. Dennis, I'm putting a collage together for everybody that I'm talking on Zoom for the first responders out there. A quick having you, hey, this is Dennis. I want to take a moment to thank all the people on the front line. So all the folks on the front line, the essential workers. Yep, good. Good.
Hold on. Back. How's that?
Oh, yeah. Woohoo! Fire department. Yeah, just say go ahead.
I'm going to do something for them. They asked me to do something for them in Chicago FD. Hey, kids, look at me. I know you like this music I make. And I know you think very highly of me. But really, these people, they do things I'll never do. If your house is on fire or you have an emergency, don't call me. Don't call me. If I stand outside your burning house and say, come sail away, I ain't going to do shit.
With all due respect.
These people, you see what I'm saying? They're taking a deep breath and they're going to go in there in harm's way. And let's not ever forget what's really important in life.
Absolutely. Great, Dennis. Thank you. We got to do a shout out to Jody Best. What would I do without Jody? Scheduling and coordinating with the wonderful Dennis DeYoung. Jody says it in the name. Jody Best.
Thank you, Pat. It's always a joy to talk to you.